No, this should be short. I don't think this will be all right. I call to order the meeting of the Verona Planning Commission for Tuesday, June 27th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. I will begin with the roll.
Commissioner Wood,
Here.
Mayor Diaz,
Here.
Commissioner Lytle,
Here.
and Commissioner Hankert.
Here.
All right, we got 4, and that is a quorum. We'll move on to item 3, which is public comment. Anyone from the public wish to speak? All right, not seeing anyone approach the microphone, we'll move to item 4, which is approval of the minutes from the June 5th, 2023 Planning Commission meeting. Questions, comments, or motions to approve?
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Hankert. Is there a second? Seconded by Commissioner Wood. Last chance for corrections? Seeing none. All those in favor of approving the minutes from the June 5th, 2023 Planning Commission meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And the minutes are approved. We'll move on to item 5, which is discussion and possible action regarding site plan review for an underground parking structure containing 2,050 parking stalls for Campus 6 located at 1979 Milky Way. Mr. Sayre.
Thank you. Once again, this is a site plan review for Epic to construct an underground parking structure for their Campus 6. The property where Epic is located is north of 18151 along Northern Lights Road. Where this ramp would be located is in the approximate area of that yellow circle on the screen before you. We've talked about a lot of parking at Epic recently with the temporary lots. This is kind of dovetailing those previous conversations. Obviously, there's a parking demand and need out there existing today. Epic is building 2 of those temporary lots. I think 2 of them are actually, one's built, the other one's being built. And they have a third one that could be built out there. So they have parking demands that are occurring even today. This would serve that Campus 6 area once it is completed within a couple of years here. Once again, just a zoomed in area here showing kind of where it's going to be located. It does conform to all the required setbacks from our zoning ordinance. Access to the site would be from the existing kind of access roads in the area and also the off-site roads. There are existing road improvements that are occurring around the Epic campus right now to accommodate for this campus and also future growth out there as well too. So staff has been working directly with Epic on the access and the access to the site and the improvements there, and we have no concerns with that. Once again, they have about 2,000 parking spaces here. Our ordinance does require 1 electrical vehicle charging station per 50, so the applicant would need about 41 stalls as part of this expansion on the campus. Staff has no concerns, but there is a condition of approval that would kind of handle that. This is entirely underground, so it will not be visible from the above. All these structures are underneath the buildings itself. This is slightly outside of what our urban service area is, so we will have to go to CARPC at some point here in the near future. Building a underground parking structure like this does take time, so part of this is to get the process moving, but we'll be working with Epic on a future urban service area amendment for this kind of area and also other areas as well too. We did, as part of this review, the site plan requirements in the ordinance that would allow us to potentially grant an approval. It does conform to the requirements for granting an approval. So that staff recommends the Plan Commission approve the site plan for the Campus 6 underground parking structure with the following condition: that an electric vehicle charging station shall be provided per the zoning ordinance requirements. And the applicants are here tonight, and they'd be happy to answer any questions, if I can't.
Thank you for that explanation. Questions, comments, or motions on this item? Commissioner Wood.
So this is probably for the applicant. So I know the ordinance is, so they have to have 40 stalls electric. Are there plans to add more than 40 as electric cars become more and more popular?
Jim Schumacher with Epic Facilities. The plan is to comply with the ordinance. And as we go forward, so we get to Campus 7, which that ramp is probably 3 years down the road, we would then comply again
Okay.
on the new stuff. Okay.
Great. Other questions, comments, or motions? Commissioner Hankard.
Thanks for coming. Have you, seen use now? Do you see of electric vehicles? Do you see it trending upwards? You said you meet the ordinance, and that's great, but just out of curiosity, what does the data show?
So the data says right now we have roughly 160 EV cars on campus. We have 2 charging stations for emergency use only, so that, the expectation is when they buy an electric car that they provide their own power to charge it. So now we don't see a need. Out of 10,000 cars a day, there's like 150 that are EV. The emergency station has a car in it maybe 3 times a week. So, and they got a key card in and key card out, so. Thank you. Not much in the big scheme of things, 1% roughly.
Other questions, comments, or motions? Commissioner Lytle?
Just curious, and this may have been in the materials, so apologies if I didn't catch it. So we're obviously planning the parking that's going to sit under Campus 6. Sequencing wise, I mean, will it primarily be Campus 6 users of employees and users of Campus 6 that will be accessing this structure? Otherwise it's kind of sitting off there by itself and folks would need to shuttle or have a way to get to the other parts of campus.
They'll have shuttles to the other parts of campus. Campus 6 parking is about 1.25 times the number of occupants we think are going to be in that campus. So basically, it's 1,500 to 1,700, depending on how much we double up, and we're putting 2,000 cars in. So that's kind of the new mantra, so that we don't have to come here and say to you, we need to put temporary lots in because we can't catch up to where we're going. So it kind of fits nicely, and the doubling continues to go. So we're trying to get ahead of it a little bit. So, but then when 6 comes on board, we'll take down the first temporary lot, and then as we start on 7, we'll measure and see how we do. So,
Thank you.
Other questions or comments or motions? All right, well, I will move that we approve the site plan for the underground parking structure containing 2,050 parking stalls for Campus 6 located at 1979 Milky Way, with the conditions specified in the packet regarding meeting the electric vehicle charging station requirements. Is there a second? Seconded by Commissioner Lytle. Motion before the body. Questions or comments on the motion? Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor of approving the site plan for an underground parking structure containing 2,050 parking stalls for Campus 6 located at 1979 Milky Way, with the conditions specified in the packet, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no? And that motion passes. With that, we'll move on to item 6, which is reports and comments from the Planning Department. Mr. Sayer.
Only updates I have is just a reminder, next meeting is August 7th, and then we'll have a meeting in September on the Tuesday, September 5th. So please just mark your calendars. That's all I have.
Any questions for Mr. Sayer? Seeing no questions, I will move on to item 7, adjournment. A motion to adjourn would be in order. A motion by Commissioner Wood. Is there a second? Seconded by Commissioner Hankard. All those in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no? And we are adjourned at 6:38 p.m. Thank you, everyone.